Lots of researchers from academia and from the policy fields, journalists, other stakeholders, including most importantly many voices from West Africa, have repeatedly told us the current approach to migration cooperation between the EU and Africa is not working. What can we do? From our research, we found two things which could help as we go forward. Firstly, changing the narrative, and secondly, legal pathways to migration. On the first point, changing the narrative, the way migration is discussed and talked about in the EU, especially when it comes from West Africa, is that it continues to be problematized and stated as a problem. Migration is a problem, which does not speak to the reality whereby migration is part and parcel of daily and normal life in West Africa, and also incredibly important, something incredibly important for development and access to livelihoods for many people across the regions. Which is why we need to really consider how can we discuss migration and mobility in all the different ways it makes sense to both the two discussion partners. And one way we could also do this is by not spending all summits, all meetings, and all other kinds of events discussing migration between the two continents, obsessively focusing on irregular migration and return and readmission, but also speaking to different forms of mobility, such as free movement in the region, which is so important. Secondly, legal pathways. It's such a fundamental matter, of course, but what's incredibly important is that these legal pathways are accessible, visible, and credible. And with accessible, we found in our research, or what we mean, is that practical matters are considered. For example, do countries like the Gambia have embassies which can even provide Gambian citizens with a Schengen visa, or do they have to travel all the way to Dakar at huge financial costs and, of course, time and other issues in order to be able to access a visa when they have the opportunity to do so. In terms of visibility, people need to have positive examples of people in their environment, visible in the media, in the social media and other forms of media that are accessing Europe in a safe and legal manner. And credible means that when you have programs, for example, like Erasmus+, it's not just rhetoric that's repeated everywhere, but it's credible and doesn't apply to just a fraction of the population in the area. Only when such visible, accessible, and credible legal pathways are available and can be seen in West Africa do we think that West African governments are in a better position to cooperate with the EU on these issues.